Good morning, Jeff family. As you can see, coming to you from outside today, it is an incredibly balmy, I think already 28 degrees in Durbs, brutal. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to just get outside to introduce us to a slightly different element to our cooking. So, welcome. I thought I'd offer up this morning, in the life of a coach, there's pretty much just two options when it comes to preparing meals. They are either bulk made, ready for later, or they've got to be really quick 10-15 minute meals. So I thought I'd take the opportunity this morning just to run you through a quick 10-15 minute breakfast of mine. It's one of my favorites because of its obviously quick and convenient time, but also full of flavor, full of everything that we need. There's a restaurant in a local gym that I used to go to every morning. This is where they sold it. It used to come in either a wrap, it was called a sunrise wrap, or else a sunrise bowl. I'll be making the low-carb bowl variant this morning. Obviously, if you're looking for something a little bit more balanced, you can put this all on a wrap and complete that perfectly. So, very simply, guys, whoever is here, please swap in, throw some comments there, let me know. I'm just going to try and bring this up on my phone beside me so that I can see all of the comments. However, as you can imagine, a long list of Jeff TV, I'm not seeing us there. But regardless, I'll just have a little stroll over every now and again and see what we've got going on. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. The breakfast in question, the sunrise bowl, as I said, was going to be very simply some scrambled eggs with a combination of a little onion and tomato salsa, a little bit of light spinach, as well as some avo for fats. Very, very, very simple. So the principle first, let's just get the pan on the braai, get ourselves a little bit of heat. I built the braai. Obviously, you can do this on a stove. It's not a braai-specific thing. I've built it half heat one side, no heat the other, so that I can interchange between hot and medium. I think one of the biggest issues when it comes to scrambled eggs in general is people cook them on a very, very high heat. That leads to the egg splitting. That's why we get watery bases at the bottom of our eggs. I'm going to see you up in brow a lot. It's cooking already this morning. So let's get cracking here. Not going to faff about with that until we've got good heat and warmth. So I'm going to be doing the incredibly exhilarating task of chopping onions and tomatoes. So while I do all of this, what I would like from the people in the comments is if you could please just start scribbling down what you fancy for yourself the ideal breakfast. Not talking about just a Jeff breakfast in general. I'm talking Sunday morning. It's your day and a half. We might pop out to the local restaurant, whatever the case is there, and let's get ourselves basically whatever we fancy. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be using too much of everything today because I'm cooking for just one. So one onion. I'll be honest, when it comes to the perfect breakfast for me, Sunday mornings out with the wife, it's got to be Eggs Benedict. Absolute, there is no two ways about it. I'm a sucker for salmon, English muffins, smoked salmon, little bit of that hollandaise sauce, and that is absolutely everything that I need on my Saturday morning. So talk to me a little bit about what we've got going on. I know typically we like to see quite a few wraps in the mix. I know people like to just, when they're at home, get themselves involved in a little bit of fry-ups. But is there anything a little bit different? Is there anything that we find people might be nibbling on? Let me come walk around because I can't see anything on the camera there. So I think I'll have an opportunity here to see if we've got any comments coming in. Morning, Vicky, Leslie, Isabel. Nice to have you guys here. Even when eating out late, overnight oats, sourdough, salmon, scrambled eggs, absolutely beautiful combinations. That salmon, as I said, that is close to my heart. It's a very, very big one. Otherwise, there are always the typical, just a couple of poached eggs on some toast. We can always have a little bit of baby spinach beside it. You know, there's always areas for pesto. So we've got to keep those options open. So I'm just going to go in with a little half tomato here as well. It's probably a little bit too much. I'll be honest. I'm not a massive tomato fan. And of course, I've got the softest, these plum with jam tomatoes, squishing underneath my fingers. So basically, when it comes down to the salsa, very simply, it's just the combination of these two. A lot of people might consider, I have a lot of onions there, fair enough. People might consider this just a little bit too acidic, so I've got a little addition of some balsamic vinegar. It's a slight drizzle. It's got just that little bit of sweet element. If I can keep it on the plate instead of staining this cover, Give this a little bit of a toss. That neutralizes a lot of that acidity and flavor from the onion, and just brings us a nice, really, really refreshing kick to the back end of this brekkie. So I think we've got enough heat there. What I'm going to be checking in now. Double eggs. Got to go in there. Light little bit of. Now I've lost my cloth, so I'll just use the table. Lucky my wife's not around. Go in with a little bit of milk. I'll start with some pepper. Salt to taste at the end. We don't cook with salt. Give this bad boy a quick little whisk. Easy peasy. Yes, I am narrating you through how to make scrambled eggs because obviously nobody's ever done that before. Eh? All right, little. I'm talking teaspoon, if that. Olive oil in general is calorifically incredibly high. I think just 1 teaspoon is somewhere around 30 calories, as much as that. And nobody cooks with just 1 teaspoon, so you can imagine if you're just going with it, you could be adding 100, 200 calories to your meal before you even started. So let's whip this bad boy around. Back to the cool side, just to introduce that. Let's see if I can get this right on a braai. Certainly not camping. It's a little colder than I would have liked, so over the heat we go. All right, so what I will do here, keep that aside, is just clean off my spinach that I've got in addition. I am a fan of the leaves, not the stems. So a quick little trim just to pull the stems out. Simple stuff. I hope a few more of you have been diving in those comments. I'm coming to have a bit of a squiz to see what we've got going on with those breakfasts. That's while I finish up. Probably a little bit too much lettuce, but let's be fair. Can we have too much fiber for breakfast? It's a great shout. Just got to keep wiping that brow. Thanks, Durban. Right, so we've got second portion of plates. Definitely no culinary master here when it comes to plates. I tell a lot of my clients, my food looks like it's served out of a boarding house, but as long as it tastes good, that's where we want to be. Didn't go to any of these fancy schools of food photography that some of these other coaches have gone to, because wowza, they take some absolutely astonishing pictures. So I'll bring my eggs off the heat a little bit, give them a little bit of a move around. The thing with eggs, as I said again, we don't want to let them overheat. That's what's going to lead them to splitting. We don't want to ever let them sit for too long either. So we just keep turning over. If we notice that they're losing a little bit of heat, then we slap it back on quickly. We're talking 20 seconds aside, 30 seconds aside. Really not a big deal. I do like creamy eggs. I know it's a sort of household specific thing. So we'll get a few extra little turns, take it back off the heat there. Now, the one thing that I've sadly forgotten, which makes this meal, is typically a little fingerful of Parmesan cheese. I had a little bit of mozzarella as well that I wanted to just throw in here because eggy oats, I mean, cheesy eggs are just the best eggs in the world. So the combination there just hits this. So in just a couple of minutes, you can see my eggs starting to take shape. Absolutely beautiful. Burning my fingers more than I think I'm burning this pan. Probably should have done this inside, yeah? But we'll just get through it. Thanks to Gerbs, as I say again. Sweltering this morning. Thought it would be the better shot to come outside. All right, we'll just give those a few minutes to solidify up while I clean up my base here. And basically, short and sweet, we've got a quick sort of lean in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. There's absolutely nothing in this. I mean, in the kitchen, it's going to be even quicker. You don't have to light a fire, wait for it to get on. Remember your water. When it's an absolute cooker of a day, we want to make sure that we're keeping water going in. Today is going to be the perfect example of that. There we go. My 2 eggs have turned into a little fistful. Smash it out beside the plate. And there we have, very simply, not there we have, because your boys forgot his avo. We don't operate like that. Got to have that fat. Like I said, carb, very low carb, so as the sustainable source of energy that we need, that slow rate of digestion. Just going to cut myself a few strips of avo. The softest avo in the world. What's gone on with my local grocery store? We'll put a few strips there. 3 because we're cheeky. We like a little bit of extra fat. And that is pretty much that. A quick walk around for my border school looking breakfast. But ultimately, what we've got on the plate is just a nice combination of want to try and keep this on the plate without it falling off. But a beautiful combination of some eggs, a nice colorful salsa on the side, some spinach, and some avos for fat. An absolute treat of a breakfast. So short and sweet, guys. Pretty much, as I say, lean in 10 minutes. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Comment section. The best breakfast made on a fire. It is absolutely. Oh, Rita, thanks. It is, as I say, one of my absolute favorite breakfasts. So 10 minutes. That's all it took. Literally 12. Now I'm hungry. Tish, it is breakfast time. Please go get yourself some. Desiree, yum is absolutely true. So as I say, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope to be a part of a few of these before my dogs get too rowdy and come outside and ruin this. But we're going to be doing this obviously every week, different coach in hand. So please come get stuck in. Come join us. I'd like to have a braai with you more often. Thanks.